Lily was born addicted to opiates and had to struggle through withdrawal in my arms. But today, she's a happy, healthy little girl.
Adopting Lily has brought home the opioid crisis and how it affects families in such significant ways. We need to show compassion, but we also need to hold people accountable, and that's exactly what I'll do on the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
Judge Brian Hagedorn for Supreme Court.
Hi, I'm me. And that's me 30 days ago before I switched to Spectrum. With Spectrum TV, I get tons of HD and thousands of titles free on demand. With satellite, I have to have special equipment to watch on demand, plus that dish on my roof.
Get Spectrum TV and Internet from $89.98 a month. Call 833-271-8998.
Spectrum Internet has speeds of 100 megabits, so I can surf, my wife can stream, and the kids can game. All at once. Our internet can't keep up with all our devices, so I schedule all of our online time. I get every other Tuesday.
Get Spectrum TV and Internet from $89.98 a month.
Best of all, Spectrum bought out my old contract, making it easy to switch. Wait, what? Will they do that for me? Yeah, because I'm you, 30 days from now.
Get Spectrum TV and Internet from $89.98 a month. Plus, ask how you can save up to 40% on your wireless bill with Spectrum Mobile. Better services at a better price. Call 833-271-8998.
The skills you can develop in the Army National Guard can give you an edge in the high-tech job market of tomorrow. The Guard offers career training to take advantage of your interests in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Gain practical experience with emerging technology and equipment that you can transfer to an exciting new field. Get a head start on your career while serving part-time and earning money to pay for college. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about all of the STEM career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
Like most political conventions, Milwaukee will likely see its share of celebrities and singers. Katy Perry and Alicia Keys sang for Democratic convention goers in Philadelphia in 2016. Lady Gaga and Lenny Kravitz held a separate concert as well as Snoop Dogg. Other stars politically involved and who have appeared at past Democratic conventions include Wisconsin native Bradley Whitford, Meryl Streep, Eva Longoria, Bryan Cranston, and even Bucks legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And now we join our DNC Political Roundtable.
We have Adrian Kent, and we want to welcome in Charles Franklin, director of the Marquette University Law School poll. Let's start with the decision to come to Milwaukee. The chairman, Tom Perez, said this sends a strong statement. So, Charles, I want to start with you. What message does this send?
Well, it basically says we matter, that in a state that the Clinton campaign did not come to and lost the state, this is saying we're back. And it's for Michigan and Pennsylvania and other upper Midwest states that were either very close or went to Trump. But we're pivotal in two ways. We have a very close electorate. Remember that 3 of the last 5 presidential elections have been decided by less than 23,000 votes here. And secondly, we're pivotal in the Electoral College. We could very well be the state that puts either party over the Electoral College majority next time. And so in both of those senses, we're a very important state.
And what do we hear? No longer the Rust Belt, but the Opportunity Belt. And Wisconsin has suddenly become the center of the presidential race. But Kent, it's important to note, just having the convention here doesn't mean that Wisconsin will vote Democratic.
Yeah, no guarantees, especially in a purple state like this. In fact, if you take a look at recent conventions and elections, if we can call up the map of 2016, you can see Pennsylvania. That's where the Democrats held their convention last time around. Donald Trump won Pennsylvania by a narrow margin. The focus will be on the upper Midwest. And I think perhaps the Democrats are hoping at least to energize the Milwaukee Democrats, who really didn't turn out in huge numbers in the last presidential election. Having the convention here might be enough to tip the scales, perhaps, for a Democratic nominee next time around.
And of course, we're talking a lot about Democrats, but what about the Republicans? So earlier this week, we spoke to former Republican Governor Scott Walker, who said the convention coming to Milwaukee will not only motivate Democrats, but also Republicans. Listen to what he said.
In the sense that you'll see all the hype, you'll see all the hysteria, you'll probably see some of the very far, far left of American politics here next year. And I think in some ways that will actually help motivate not only Republicans, it actually might concern some of those middle-of-the-road voters who will see the far, far extreme of the party.
So, Charles, I want to hear what you have to say on this, because in your last poll in January, 57% of those polled said they'd probably or definitely vote for someone other than Donald Trump.
That's right. And so I think you see an uphill battle for Trump in the state. But let's remember that he won it last time and won it when the polls, including mine, had Clinton ahead. So I think we wouldn't want to put too large a bet on any of these things. The question is, how much does this energize Democrats or possibly counter-energize Republicans, as former Governor Walker says? I do think that one of the aspects here is conventions have a short-term bounce for the party, and then it recedes quickly, and the Republicans go second this time, so they get the second bounce.
Nope, that's an interesting
point. Not here in
point.
Milwaukee in this case, though.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, and there's more to get to. We will take a quick break right now. We'll talk about our convention experiences when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
When things get ugly, call the We Buy Ugly Houses people. We can give you an all-cash offer and can close quickly. Go to WeBuyUglyHouses.com or call 800-44-BUYER.
Wisconsin deserves fair and impartial courts, but that's not what they get from Judge Brian Hagedorn. He worked alongside an extremist hate group to try and strip hospital visitation rights away from gay partners. He got a free junket to Mexico while personally pocketing thousands from the hate group. And Hagedorn helps run a new school that bans students, teachers, and parents for being gay. Ask Judge Brian Hagedorn. With views like this, how can he possibly be fair?
Today, I don't have to be on time for any meetings.
Today, I don't have to turn in any assignments.
Today, I don't have to do any yard work.
I don't have to meet deadlines.
Clean my room.
Sit in traffic.
Do the dishes.
Today, all I have to be is a mom.
A brother.
A dad.
A daughter.
Today, all we have to be is family.
Wilderness Resort. We are family. Explore America's largest water park resort.
With our laser-measured floor liners, no-drill mud flaps, cargo liner, a bump step, and even seat protectors, WeatherTech has everything you need to keep winter out of your vehicle. Order today at WeatherTech.com. Made right in America.
You're so connected to everything in town.
Welcome back to our special DNC in Milwaukee. We are talking to our political panel. We've all been to or covered presidential conventions. So we want to bring in Matt Smith. He's live at Fiserv Forum. Matt, you went to Philadelphia and Cleveland. I was in Cleveland as well for the RNC. I'm curious, what stood out to you in Cleveland?
Well, first things first, Patrick, this is going to be a lot of fun, right? No matter what party you cover, these conventions are a whole lot of fun. Secondly, the security. No questions asked. This is going to disrupt part of the downtown. So the security, what you see, and more importantly, what we don't see, is going to be really incredible.
Right, and that's something that I noticed in Cleveland. The security, they had a fence all around the areas, so you couldn't just come and go. You had to go through tight security. There were officers everywhere you look, so security was definitely tight around the venue.
Yeah. Ken? I remember Tampa, the RNC, everybody was worried about a hurricane that was could have been hitting at that time. I think the lesson learned there is you can plan and plan and plan all you want. Weather can impact it. There can be protests. Any number of things can happen. You have to kind of roll with the punches.
I've covered 4 of them, and I think efficiency is what I remember. Everybody's going to have to bring their A game, from the people at the airport who are welcoming these visitors in, as well as security. We've talked about that, as well as hospitality, because all of these people who are coming are going to get an impression of our city because of it.
And also the lasting effect on the city. I was at the RNC in Tampa as well in 2012, and organizers really try to beautify the city, make it look as best as it possibly could, and those things were there long after the convention.
Right, and one of the things that we heard earlier was that how this will take over the entire city. You'll have events going on. That's something that I noticed in Cleveland. There were events that were happening at other venues around the city. So that concludes our panel discussion. 12 News is your source for the DNC. You'll find the very latest news on WISN.com and the WISN 12 app.
We're also going to have a lot more convention coverage coming up this Sunday morning on Upfront. Milwaukee can learn from Cleveland's experience. We're also shooting the show at Fiserv Forum as well. So it's going to be a big Sunday. Be sure to watch us at 9 in the morning.
And we thank you for watching our special DNC.